A small ferry is used to cross a river which has a straight parallel banks that are 200 meters apart. The water in the river moves at a constant speed of 3 meters per second. The ferry travels from a point A on the one bank to a point B directly opposite A on the other bank. The velocity of the ferry relative to the water is v meters per second at an angle of 60 degrees to the upstream bank as shown in the diagram. Find v and find the time that it takes for the ferry to cross the river, giving your answer to the nearest second. So here's the question then with all the information contained. Find v and find the time to cross the river to the nearest second. So basically we've got a triangle here. This boat goes in the river at this angle, and as it goes along it will go back 3. So it goes along v, then it goes back 3, and the total distance is 200. So if we think about the triangle that sort of forms, it will be this triangle here, and then we've got this here, haven't we? Okay, this is 60, so this angle here is 30, isn't it? Now this distance here is the distance across the bank, which is 200 meters. So this distance here, so let's call this distance, let's call this h, the hypotenuse, and this the opposite then. So 200 tan 30, O is equal to 200 tan 30. So let's have a look at that then. Tan 30 is 1 over root 3, so this is 200 over root 3, which we can bring up to the top, can't we? 200 root 3 over 3 then, times by root 3 top and bottom. So there's the total distance. Now it goes down here at 3 meters per second. So the time, if we divide this by 3 then, so time taken in this strip, in this direction, is equal to, this is the total distance, over 3, but we divide it by 3 because it's moving at 3 meters to distance over velocity, which is 3. So there's a 3 there already, so this will be 9. So that's the time taken there. Now if we look at h, this distance here, h is equal to, h cos 30 is 200. Cos 30, so that tells us then that h root 3 over 2, isn't it, is equal to 200. So that tells us that h is equal to, move the 2 up, 400, and then move the root 3 down, which is 400 root 3, bring that up to the, multiplied by root 3 top and bottom. 400 root 3 over 3. Okay, now the time taken, total time taken is this. This is the time taken for the journey, because it will go up and back a bit, up and back a bit, up and back a bit, and then it will arrive here at that total time. So we can, that's the time taken, but the velocity then is, velocity will be the distance divided by the time. So the distance, so here v is equal to the distance, 400 root 3 over 3, divided by the time taken, 200 root 3 over 9. So that will come up to the top, won't it? And the 3 will jump down to be with the 200. So we've got 400 root 3 times 9 over 3 times 200 root 3. So cancel. cancel these two. The 3 can go into the 9 3 times. 2 goes into 4 twice. So we end up with 6 meters per second is the velocity. Now the time taken is this, so I'll just put it in here because this was the part B, wasn't it? B. And this was A. So 200 root 3 over 9. So we've got 200 times by the square root of 3 and divide that by 9. To the nearest second then, 38.49, so it's 38. 38 seconds.